from Tampa Bay's #1 news station. This is the Fox 13 News at Noon.
Now at noon, a helicopter tour gone wrong. The family on board grateful to be alive and grateful for the Bucs player who came to their aid. We have new details about the crash. Plus, relief could be here for thousands of Southwest customers. A promising update on the airline's nationwide travel troubles. And 2023 is almost here. Some ways you can ring in the new year across Tampa Bay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Linda Hurtado. Thanks so much for joining us. We begin with new details about that helicopter crash that happened yesterday evening off Davis Islands. Thankfully, the 4 people inside the chopper survived with no injuries. But it turns out Buccaneers backup quarterback Blaine Gabbert was one of the first people to respond. He was riding his personal watercraft at the time and was able to help those on board. Police say the chopper was finishing a tour of the Bay Area when it lost power and went down in the water. We spoke to one of the passengers who said once the chopper hit, it started to sink very quickly.
At this point, the whole entire thing was submerged. I am fully underwater. It's one of those movie scenes where you take your last breath up in the little bubble that's left. And you know that was your last breath, and what you're going to have to do is what you're going to have to do. I did not think it was going to go well, but I'm here talking to you.
Wow. Well, Hunter Hupp was able to swim out of the chopper on his own and says Gabbert helped escort him, his family, and the pilot back to shore. He didn't know until the news came out this morning that Gabbert was a pro quarterback. Later today, we'll be hearing from Gabbert himself about that rescue, and Tampa police will also be releasing body camera video. We'll have that for you starting today at 4. Meantime, crews will be spending the day inspecting the wreckage and working to remove it from the water. Now to a news alert about the murder of 4 University of Idaho students. Authorities say they have a suspect in custody. We're told he's a man in his 20s, and he is also a college student, but does not attend the University of Idaho. It's been over a month since the students were found stabbed to death in their off-campus home. The suspect's name hasn't been released, but we're told he appeared in court this morning in Pennsylvania. Police are expected to hold a news conference about the arrest later this afternoon, so we'll learn more then. Relief could be here for thousands of Southwest customers as the airline returns to a normal flight schedule today. But the future for Southwest remains in limbo. As Fox's Garrett Tenney explains, federal regulators are promising to investigate what led up to this massive trip cancellation problem.
Another holiday travel weekend is here, and after days of massive cancellations, Southwest Airlines expects service to return to normal.
So I was hoping it wasn't like that tomorrow, so I'm tired of being here in 2 weeks.
Friday morning, Southwest canceled roughly 40 flights. More than 100 others are delayed. According to FlightAware, the carrier scrubbed more than 15,000 trips over the last week. In a statement, the airline promised minimal disruptions this weekend. Quote, "We are encouraged by the progress we've made to realign crews, their schedules, and our fleet." Executives are also promising refunds and help with rebooking flights. Still, travelers are frustrated.
We tried calling for 3 days before we got a hold of them. Once we did get on the phone with them, it was they'll reimburse us for half of our ticket price, which is $1,400.
I have 2 weeks to spend time with my family and my friends, and I've spent most of it alone in an airport.
Meanwhile, Southwest is facing additional questions from Washington. On Thursday, the Department of Transportation warned the airline could face consequences if it does not follow through on promises to help stranded passengers. And on Capitol Hill, a growing number of lawmakers are urging a full investigation.
The technology is there. Why aren't they using it? Why haven't they upgraded their systems?
Southwest executives say customer refunds could take several weeks to process. In Chicago, I'm Garrett Tenney, Fox News.
We have an update on a shooting in St. Pete. We've now learned it was a 15-year-old boy who died. Police say Zyka Kiro Lofton was shot last night along 9th Avenue South and later died at the hospital. Right now, no one is in custody and there's no information available on a suspect. Anyone with information is asked to call St. Pete Police. An update now to a Polk County shooting that left 2 men dead. It happened yesterday at a business on US 92 near Fish Hatchery Road in Lakeland. Deputies say 2 business partners shot each other as a result of an ongoing dispute. 31-year-old Akito Bennett and 39-year-old Xavier Figueroa, both at Kissimmee, shot each other. Figueroa died at the scene and Bennett tried to drive away, but died in his truck. We also have an update to a mysterious death in Tampa. Troopers have identified the woman who was found seriously hurt on the side of 275 Christmas morning. They say she was 29-year-old Stephanie Contreras. She was suffering from a serious head injury and road rash and later died at the hospital. She was a mother of 4 and leaves behind an 8-year-old daughter, 2-year-old twin daughters, and a 1-year-old son. Still not clear how she died. FHP is urging anyone with information to give them a call. And it was a busy morning for Tampa Fire Rescue. They responded to heavy smoke and flames shooting out of this duplex home off East 28th Avenue just before 7 a.m. Thankfully, no one was inside, but one person on scene had to be taken to the hospital for minor injuries. We don't know what caused the fire, and TFR is still investigating. Well, it's almost time for the final countdown to 2023, and you may have big plans for New Year's Eve, and you can bet there'll be some fireworks going off. But just like every year, authorities are urging every celebration be done safely. Fox 13's Kelly Cowan has a look at some of the big events in Tampa Bay and how first responders are getting ready.
Armature Works is going to be one of the biggest fireworks displays this weekend in Tampa, and a good way to ring in the new year. But there are plenty of ways to celebrate for free and get those dazzling displays all over the Bay Area. So let's go through the rundown. So here's a look at some of the big events going on in our area. In Tampa, Armature Works party starts off at 8 with live concerts, and then that riverfront fireworks display at midnight. In Ybor City, you have a parade, the Reliquist Bowl New Year's Eve parade and pep rally. That starts at 5:30 and runs along 7th Avenue. Across the bay in St. Pete, a big midnight fireworks show at the St. Pete Pier. They're also hosting a free New Year's Eve celebration there starting at 8, and you'll be able to see those fireworks from any of the downtown parks there. There's also Light Up Clearwater, where you can watch those midnight fireworks with your toes in the sand. And then Sarasota's famous pineapple drop, that's going to be held downtown there at Lemon Avenue and Main Street. Now, law enforcement going to be out in full force this weekend just to make sure everybody is having a safe and fun time, and they are urging everyone to come up with a plan now so that we can all get home safely.
Last year, we had 9 arrests total for DUI. We would like to shoot for a goal of 0 arrests for DUI this year. We ask that our citizens have a plan in place before they go out. Plan for a ride share, plan for a taxi, or plan for a designated driver before festivities begin.
New Year's Eve aside, it's going to be a really busy holiday weekend here in Tampa with the Lightning game on Saturday, the Bucks playing at home on Sunday, and then the Reliquist Bowl on Monday. So with all of those events happening on the same weekend, make sure that you are planning ahead for your ride. If you're ordering an Uber or a Lyft, call them a little bit early and give yourself extra time if you're going to be driving yourself. In Tampa, Kelly Cowan, Fox 13 News.
And while all the festivities, whether they be elaborate or simple, are fun, AAA is reminding people if you drink this weekend, plan a safe ride home. It activated its tow-to-go service last week ahead of the Christmas holiday, and it runs through Monday at 6 a.m. The service is free even if you aren't a member of AAA, but they do ask that it be used only as a last resort. Just call the number on your screen, 855-2-TOW-2-GO. AAA will get you a safe ride and tow within 10 miles. Well, still to come, the start of the new year can be one of the more stressful times for our pets. What animal advocates say pet owners should keep in mind this holiday weekend. Plus, the city of Buffalo is starting to see signs of regular life return. The latest on the recovery efforts following the historic blizzard. And Tony is here to tell us what our New Year's Eve weekend is going to bring.
Hey, good afternoon, Linda. It's all about the warm-up. A big-time climb since earlier this week, and kind of feels more spring-like out there as temperatures have already soared above average. Overall, good-looking day if you don't mind the clouds. 76 from our Brookdale Bayshore cam with an east wind, and that's gone to work for us. Not just warming us up, but that humidity is back. Can you feel it? We're talking rain chances for your New Year's Eve plans coming up.